Today's class we are entering into the new chapter electricity. Generally, electricity refers to a form of energy. Electricity refers to a form of energy. You might be aware of the fact that the light bulbs in your house works on electricity, and you also know that fans, air conditioner and television, they all need electricity to function. Same way, even a small laser light or a small torch light needs electricity to work. So you know the importance of electricity in your day-to-day life. Even to watch this video, you need electricity. So the electricity is basically of two forms. So there are two forms of electricity. So what are the two forms of electricity? Static electricity and dynamic electricity. Static electricity and dynamic electricity. From the name, you can say what does the static means. So static means at rest. So charges at rest. Okay, charges at rest constitute static electricity. And we are telling here dynamic electricity. So moving charges. So moving charges constitute this dynamic electricity, or you can say current electricity. So this moving charges constitute dynamic electricity or current electricity. So electricity, so basically two forms: static electricity, that is the charges at rest constitute the static electricity, and dynamic electricity or current electricity, the charges in motion or the moving charges constitute the current electricity. So the next question that comes into your mind, so when we are telling moving charges, what are charges? So what is a charge? Actually, a charge is a tiny particle which has incredible mass called subatomic particle. You know that the three elementary particles present in an atom. So the three elementary particles present in an atom are proton, electron and neutron. You know that the protons are positively charged and the neutrons are neutral in nature and the electrons are negatively charged. So charges are of two types, positive and negative. Positive and negative. So these positive charges are carried by the subatomic particles called protons. Okay. These positive charges are carried by the subatomic particles called protons, and the negative charges are carried by the subatomic particles called electrons. Subatomic particles called electrons. So a charge is a tiny particle of incredible mass and called subatomic particles. So there are two types of charges, positive charge and negative charge. Positive charges are carried by the particles, subatomic particles called protons, and the negative charges are carried by the subatomic particles called electrons. Okay. Always you can see the protons and neutrons are tightly electricities are free in nature. So we can say in some substances like metals, okay, these electrons can move randomly. So they are called conductors of electricity. They are called conductors of electricity. So metals are conductors of electricity. So why we are telling metals are conductors of electricity? They allow electric current to pass through them easily. So these metals like copper and aluminum are good conductors of electricity. So these conductors, why I am telling that they conduct electricity easily. That is, the free electrons can move randomly. But in some substances like wood, rubber or plastic, the electrons are fixed in the position. So they cannot move randomly. They are called bad conductors or insulators of electricity. Okay, so metals like copper and aluminum are conductors. So most of the metals have electrons, or we can say free electrons, which can move randomly. So when these free electrons move in a particular direction, that constitute electricity. Okay, or we can say that constitute electric current. See here, okay, this is a piece of copper wire. So this piece of copper wire has free electrons on it. So these free electrons, they move in a particular direction when the two ends of the copper wire are connected to a battery. So battery means which is the source of electricity. So that from the source of electricity, what happens when the battery is connected to the two piece wire, okay, the two ends of the copper wire, what takes place? The battery gives some energy to the charges. Okay. The battery gives some energy to the charges, that is the electrons, to move in a particular direction. Or we can say the electrons move unidirectionally. The electrons move unidirectionally. So the motion of the charges in a conductor, okay, the motion of the charges in a conductor constitute electric current. The motion of the charges through this conductor constitute electricity. When the motion takes place, when the copper, that is the wire, is connected to a battery. So the battery gives some energy to the free electrons to constitute an electric current. So metals like copper and aluminum are good conductors of electricity. We can tell electric current. What is electric current? Is the motion of the charges. What charges? Electrons, negatively charged particles. So the motion of the charges through a conductor. This is a conductor, a piece of copper wire. So the motion of the charges through a conductor constitute electric current. Okay. And you all know that gases flow from a higher pressure region to lower pressure region always. Same way, the electric current also flows from a higher potential point to the lower potential point. Remember, always the electric current flows from the higher potential point to the lower potential point. So, I will recall it once. Electricity, generally it is a form of energy, static electricity and dynamic electricity. In this class, we are going to learn about current electricity or dynamic electricity. So, dynamic electricity means moving charges constitute the dynamic electricity. There are two types of charges, positive and negative. So, these positive charges are carried by the subatomic particles called protons, and the negative charges are carried by the subatomic particles called electrons. So, in metals, most of the electrons can move freely. So, they conduct electricity easily. So, the substances which conduct electricity easily are called good conductors of electricity. Example for good conductors of electricity, they go for copper and aluminum. So the motion of the charges through a conductor constitute an electricity. So you know what is electricity and what are charges, how the charges move in a conductor. So the charges move in a conductor when you apply or when the conductor is connected to a battery or a source of electricity. And so how we can define the electric current? So, the electric current is defined as the rate of flow of charges. Electric current is defined as the rate of flow of charges. Electric current is defined as the rate of flow of charges rate of flow of charges through a conductor. Or we can say electric current produced when certain amount of charges passing through a particular area of cross section of a conductor in unit time. So how we can define electric current? Electric current is defined as the rate of flow of charges through a conductor. The motion of the charges through a conductor produce electricity. And see, electric current is represented by the symbol I. Electric current is represented by the symbol I. So I is equal to, by the formula we can write I is equal to Q by T. So the amount of charges flowing through a particular area of cross section of a conductor in unit time, that is the electric current. Amount of charges passing through a particular area of cross section of a conductor in unit time. So I is equal to Q by T, that is the formula, where I represents the electric current and Q denotes the charge close to the conductor and T represents the time. So what is the formula for electric current? I is equal to Q by T. And the SI unit of electric current is next. What is the unit of charge? The unit of charge is coulomb. See the spelling correctly once. Unit of charge is coulomb and the unit of time is second. So if 1 coulomb of charge flows through any area of cross section of a conductor in 1 second, then the current in the circuit is said to be 1 ampere. So what is the SI unit of electric current? What is the SI unit of electric current? The SI unit of electric current is the ampere. When 1 coulomb of charge flows through any cross section of area of a conductor in 1 second, then the current in the circuit is said to be 1 ampere. The current in the circuit is said to be 1 ampere. So see once, electric current I is defined as the rate of flow of charges through a conductor. Electric current is represented by the symbol I. I is equal to Q by T, where Q is the charge and T is the time, and the electric current is measured by the unit called ampere. Name the instrument which helps us to measure the current. So the instrument which is used to measure the action of electric current and the direction of flow of electrons in a conductor. Can consider two charged bodies. So, two charged bodies. One is positively charged and the other one is negatively charged. So, two oppositely charged particles. One is of positively charged and the other one is of the negatively charged particle. And this negatively charged particles have excess of electrons. But this positively charged particles, you know, that is deficiency of electrons. So, if you connect these two bodies, what happens? These negatively charged particle has excess of electrons, isn't it? So, these electrons are attracted by the positively charged particles. So, the electrons are attracted by the positively charged particles. The electrons are attracted by the positively charged particle. So, this represents the direction of flow of electrons. This represents the direction of flow of electrons. So, the direction of flow of electrons is represented towards this direction. But conventionally, the direction of electric current is from the positively charged particle to the negatively charged particle. So, this is called conventional current. So, the flow of conventional current. This is the direction which represents the conventional current, and see here, always the direction of flow of electrons is opposite to that of the direction of flow of current. So, why we are telling this is, usually when electricity was discovered, it was thought that only the positive charges produce electricity. So, the electricity was earlier than that of the discovery of electrons. So, scientists that till now they are following that the conventional current. So, telling that the electric current always flows from the point of higher potential to the point of lower potential, or positive terminal to the negative terminal. So, the direction of flow of current is always opposite to that of the direction of flow of current. So, the current is called conventional current. The current is called conventional current. So, you have to remember, always the electric current flows from the positive terminal to the negative terminal. Positive terminal means higher potential point, negative terminal means lower potential point. So, the direction of flow of current is always opposite to that of the direction of flow of electrons. So, let us move on to simple electric circuit. Electric circuit. So, we can say this electric circuit is a path for transmitting the current. So, electric circuit is a path for transmitting the current. We can consider a source of electricity, for example, a battery, and a device which use electricity to function, and a switch or key which is used to close or open a circuit. So, usually this electric circuit consists of generally, a simple circuit consists a battery. So this battery gives energy to the charges. So this, what is the function of the battery? It gives energy to the charges so that the charges can flow and it constitutes electric current. And the second part of a device such as a lamp or a fan or a motor, that is, these works on electricity. So they use electricity to run. And the third one is switch or a key. So what is the function of switch or key? They are used to open or close a circuit. They are used to open or close a circuit. And the third one, conducting wires or transmitting wires. Conducting wires or transmitting wires. So an electric circuit, simply we can say this is a path for transmitting the current. So an electric circuit, simple electric circuit consists of these four devices. First one, it consists of a source of electricity, example a battery. So this battery which gives energy to the charges so that constitute an electric current. And a device which works on electricity, a lamp or fan. And a switch or key which is used to open or close the circuit, which allows the current to pass through the circuit. And conducting wires. So let's see a simple circuit now. So remember, a simple electric circuit consists of all these parts. You have all seen this in clocks. Yeah, source of electricity, a battery of 1.5. Okay, so a simple electric circuit consists of a source of electricity. Now you are going to draw the battery, that is the source of electricity. See here, always this metal piece you can see here at the top. This is the positive terminal. So positive terminal means which is of higher potential point, and this is the negative terminal. So N for battery. And the positive terminal of the battery is connected to a switch. The positive terminal of the battery is connected to a switch with the help of the conducting wires or connecting wires we can say. And the part of the switch is connected to an electric bulb. You see here, we are considering a simple electric circuit, a battery, a switch and a lamp or a bulb. Now, you can see the switch here. The switch is your home. So, when the switch is off, you can say the circuit is open circuit. It is an open circuit, that terminal, isn't it so? So the electric current flows from the positive terminal of the battery. It reaches the switch. The circuit is closed here. So the electric current flows through the switch and then it passes through the bulb. So we can see the bulb glows when the circuit is closed. And you can see the electric current flows from the positive terminal of the battery to the switch through the bulb and then it reaches the battery, the negative terminal. And so now you can define what is, or you can tell what is an electric circuit. See here, this electric circuit is a closed, you can see here, it is a closed path. So an electric circuit is a closed, a continuous path. Okay, this is a continuous closed path which has a network of electrical components. Which has a network of electrical components. So network of electrical components in the case we are having battery, switch and electric bulb. These are all the components we are using, which allows electric charges to flow through, which allows the electric charges to flow through it. So, how we can define an electric circuit? Simply, we can tell an electric circuit is the path for transmitting the current. So, this electric circuit is a continuous closed path which consists of network of the electrical component, which consists of or which has a network of electrical components through which the electric charges can flow. Through which the electric charges can flow. This is how electric current flows in a circuit. So usually while we draw the electric circuit, see here, to draw a battery as such, or a switch, what say a home, or the electric bulb, or it may be. So it's very difficult, or we can say it is a tedious and tiresome work to draw these components in an electric circuit. So we are using certain symbols to represent these components. We are using certain symbols to represent these components. So let's move on to what are the symbols we are using in electric circuits. So that a simple electric circuit, this electric circuit can be modified with the symbol for battery, or there is a symbol for switch, there is a symbol for electric lamp. So next we will move on to the symbols we are using to the electric circuit. Let's move on to the symbols used in an electric circuit to represent the electrical components used. So, right. Name of the component, name of the component, uses or the symbol. First component. So few components are not given in your textbook, but listen to make a note of it. Okay. So the first one, a cell. So a cell is a source of electricity. It is used as a source of electricity in simple electric circuit. So the cell is represented by a vertical long line and a vertical short line, and this vertical long line is the positive terminal and the vertical short line is the negative terminal. So shows the higher potential point, and this vertical short line is the negative terminal, means which represents the lower potential point. So this is the symbol we are using to represent a cell in an electric circuit. And the second one, battery. So battery is also used as a source of electricity, and two or more cells are combined to form a battery. So two or more cells are combined to form a battery. See here, this is the first cell, and again second cell, and the third cell. So two or more cells are combined to form a battery. See here, this is the positive terminal and this is negative terminal for the cell 1, positive terminal and negative terminal for the cell 2, and positive and negative terminal correspondingly for the cell 3. So two or more cells combined to form a battery. Battery is also used as a source of electricity. And the third one, a switch. So switch, a on or off position. Actually, switch is open, so which is used to open and close a circuit. Which is used to open and close a circuit. So this is the symbol for key, for a open circuit. So when the switch is open, you can see here it is an incomplete circle. This is of an incomplete circle, and the switch in closed position, or when the switch is closed, is represented by the symbol that is an incomplete circle with a black dot inside. An incomplete circle with a black dot. This represents the position of the switch. This is closed and this is open. We can say switch or key. The component switch or key is represented by the symbol, and the next component, so you know, a cell and battery, source of electricity. These are the symbols drawing the electric circuit, and an open switch and a closed switch. And the next one, a resistor. So what is the use of a resistor is, they are used to fix the magnitude of current. So we are telling that it is used to fix the magnitude of current to a circuit. If a current of 1 ampere is to be through the circuit, then we can use this resistor, and the resistor is used to fix the magnitude of current to the circuit. Fix the magnitude of current to the circuit means, for example, 1 ampere of current, we can use the resistor. The resistor is certain values, and the resistors are used to fix the magnitude of current in the electric circuit, represented by a symbol, a zigzag line. Represented by a symbol zigzag, and rheostat, or we can say a variable resistance. Rheostat or a variable resistance. So this rheostat or variable resistance is a variable. So to select the magnitude of current. So to select the magnitude of current means, in a circuit you have using this variable resistance or rheostat. So this rheostat or variable resistance are used to select the magnitude of current. So select the magnitude of current means either to increase or decrease the amount of current flow through a circuit. And the symbol for rheostat is a zigzag line that arrow mark upwards or a zigzag line with a crossed arrow. So we can vary the resistance. What it shows, we can vary the arrow mark shows we can vary the resistance. So a resistor is the component which helps us to fix the magnitude of current in the circuit. 1 ampere of current, 0.5 ampere of current, and the symbol for resistor is a zigzag line. And this rheostat or variable resistance is used to select the magnitude of current. 0.5 ampere, 1 ampere, 1.5 ampere. So either to decrease or increase the amount of current flows through a circuit, we are using rheostat. So this is the symbol for rheostat. A zigzag line with the mark. What it shows, the resistance can be variable resistance. And the next component, ammeter. So you know the use of the ammeter. Ammeter is used to measure the electric current. So ammeter is used to measure the electric current through the circuit, and it is represented by a circle with the letter A over it. This is positive end of the ammeter and this is negative end. So a circle, the letter A represents the ammeter, which is used to measure the electric current. And the next one, voltmeter. So voltmeter, it is a device which is used to measure the potential difference. Used to measure the potential difference. So the potential difference between the two ends of a battery. We are telling this is the positive terminal and this is the negative terminal in a battery. So the difference between the two terminals, potential difference between the two terminals is measured by the instrument called voltmeter, which is represented by symbol V. This is circle over symbol V represents the voltmeter. And galvanometer. So galvanometer, actually this galvanometer is used in electric device to check whether there is a flow of current in the circuit or not, or to detect the flow of current in electric circuits. So, to detect the flow of current in electric circuit, to detect the flow of current, if there is a current or to detect the flow of current in electric circuit, we are using the device called galvanometer. And galvanometer is represented by a circle with the letter G, positive terminal and negative terminal. So these are the symbols to represent the component ammeter, voltmeter and galvanometer. Ammeter is an instrument to measure the electric current, voltmeter which measures the potential difference, and galvanometer it is used to detect the flow of current in an electric circuit. And the next component is diode. So the diode is a device which allows the current, or we can say which conducts the current in one direction. So to conduct the current in one direction, we are using the component called diode. So the uses of diode is not given in your textbook. It is used as a rectifier, or it is also used as a switch. So what are rectifiers? So rectifiers converts the alternating current or alternating voltage to a direct current. What we are receiving from the power station, we are getting the AC supply. So alternating current is there. So this alternating current is converted into a direct current with the help of this diode. So it is used as a rectifier, or it can be also used as a switch. And the symbol for diode is, so see, the diode conducts the current in one direction. This is the symbol to represent the component diode. This is the positive terminal and this is the negative terminal. LED. So LED, the next component. LED is the light emitting diode. So this light emitting diode, so it emits light, we can say, when it is energized. You can see this LEDs. Nowadays you have LED television, and also in your mobile using LEDs. So it is generally, say, they are used in calculators or digital watches. Digital watches, LED displays. So LED, light emitting diode. The symbol for LED is same as the diode. No, light emitting diode. Same symbol, but see here, light emitting is there. So we have to put arrow marks here. That is what it shows. Light is entered, or visible light is entered when the diode is energized. So this arrow mark represents the emission of light when the diode is energized, or when the current flows through the diode. This is the symbol for LED, light emitting diode. Next, the ground connection. So ground connection. This ground connection must be given to all the electrical appliances in your house, which consist of metallic body. So, for example, grinder or air conditioner or refrigerators, this ground connection must be given. So, what is the use of this ground connection is, it provides a low resistance path for the flow of current. So, as it provides a low resistance path for the flow of current, so suppose if there is a case of short circuiting, the current in the circuit may abruptly increase. So, to avoid electric shocks or to protect the electrical appliances from getting damaged, we are using this ground connection. So, this ground connection protects the electrical appliances from getting damaged. And the symbol for represent the ground connection, this is the symbol to represent the ground connection. Actually, I am not sure this is the symbol to represent the ground connection. Diode, LED, ground connection, LED, light emitting diode. This ground connection means it just provides a low resistance path for the current. So, when all the appliances which have metallic body must be given ground connection, and it protects the electrical appliances from getting damaged. This is the symbol for ground connection.